OC, just a little bit. So, I have been trying to make this video for a long time. Well, not a long time, like a week or two. But life has been hard, a lot lately. So, I've tried to make this video a couple times, and I haven't been able to find the right words to say, but I'm gonna try right now. So, the reason I haven't been posting a whole lot lately, because I know I said I was gonna do twice a week, but I haven't posted for like 2, is I have been really depressed. That's just been it. And it's been really hard to like explain to people that I've been depressed, because a lot of people don't understand. Because like my personality right now is how I've been like expressing myself to everybody that I've been in contact with. So it's really cheery and happy, because that's who I am. That is me personally. Like mental illness, you know, life situations, everything aside, this is me. A cheery, positive person that's always smiling, always laughing. Just it. Not really negative all that much. But, yeah, so whenever I tell people that I'm depressed and I have depression, they're just like, they either don't believe me or just don't understand, because, you know, typically, not even typically, like stereotypically, depressed people are sad. Like sad, down, stuff like that. Like, think of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Like, that's how people pen depression as. It's like sadness, constant, you know, down, negative, stuff like that. And so, whenever I've been telling people that I'm depressed and that, you know, all this stuff, I haven't felt like myself lately, and, you know, they still see, like, the person, like, they still see me as a person. They see the cheery, the positive, the happy-go-lucky kind of person. So it's been hard, and it's been something that I've kind of struggled with my whole life. Like, first of all, depression. Second of all, like, trying to explain to people that I'm depressed. And so, yeah, lately, I have lost interest in literally everything. I just don't have any. I don't have any motivation. I don't have any will to push myself to be motivated, and it sucks. Because I end up losing part of me. Like the part of me that, you know, goes and works out, the part of me that is always clean, the part of me that's super organized and loves organizing things, that kind of stuff. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, so I have lost interest in doing anything. And I know, okay, so everybody has different symptoms whenever they have depression. Like, it's not a blanket thing. So my symptoms are losing motivation in things that I like to do, and even just, I don't know, just losing motivation in general. Lack of interest, which kind of goes along with the lack of motivation. And it's not even motivation in stuff that I just want to do and I like doing. It's motivation to do anything, whether it's work, school. Well, I don't go to school, but I mean, whenever I was in school, it's like whether it was work or school or friends or anything that had to do with motivation, I didn't have it. I just didn't. So yeah, lack of motivation, lack of interest. I don't really feel like I have the whole sadness thing. I really don't. I don't get sad all that often. Now that I think about it, I, you know, get anxious, but that's different than sad. Which that's another thing, is whenever I'm depressed, I get really anxious too. Because I am a very controlling person. I like knowing that I'm in control of everything. You know, I like driving. If me and my friends are going somewhere, I like driving. yeah, I always have to have control of whatever situation I'm in. So the fact that, I'm sitting here, I can't help, and I can't do anything about me losing motivation and me being anxious. Well, not me being anxious, me losing motivation, me losing interest in things that I love doing, and me not being organized or clean, that makes me anxious. So, yeah, depression doesn't entirely always equal anxiety, but I have both. So yeah, stuff like that. I sleep a lot whenever I'm depressed. I think 2 weeks ago, I came home from work at about 3 and fell asleep pretty quickly. Didn't wake up until 10 p.m. So that's 6 hours right there. And then at 11, I fell back asleep. The next day, I woke up at 9, fell back asleep very fast, very quickly. Woke up at 2, went back to bed, woke up at 5, and then at 5 o'clock is whenever I started my day because I just slept. That's just it. So yeah, I sleep a lot. I also go from this super organized person. Like, I color code everything. I have a crap ton of pens in a bag, and I sit and color code all of my notes, everything in my planner, because yes, I have a planner because that's how organized I am. I remember being a kid and getting bored and organizing or reorganizing cabinets at my parents' house. Like cabinets in the kitchen, like pots and pans, silverware, stuff like that, plates. I was always doing something like that. And whenever I get depressed and go into a depressive episode, I lose all of that. All of it. I don't have any motivation to clean my room. I don't have any motivation to do laundry, fold my clothes. I have none of it. Another thing that goes along with the cleanliness and organization type thing is I also lose interest in taking care of myself. So I'll go days without even touching my makeup. I'll forget to put deodorant on. I'll sit there and say, oh, I need to go take a shower, and then never do it for days. I know it's disgusting. I don't even need anybody to tell me that's gross because I know it's gross. And I hate it. But I can't do anything about it. I can sit here all day and tell myself that I'm not depressed. I can will myself out of depression. But it's not always that simple. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I can sit and just get like an ounce, just the teeny tiniest little detail, or not detail, little hint that I'm on the verge of a depressive episode. And I can sometimes pull myself out of it. I can sit there and be like, Sandy, no, you're not going to do this. I'm going to beat it. But that's only like 3 times out of 10. I can't do that a whole lot. And it sucks. It really freaking sucks. And a lot of people don't talk about it. Like, they sit and joke about being depressed. And I remember in high school, it was cute and quirky to, be depressed and be anxious. But this isn't cute and quirky. This is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not clean. It's very annoying. It's so aggravating. And people think that it's cute and fun. They can get all their friends to feel sorry for them because they have depression. I don't even remember. I didn't even tell people I was depressed until after high school. And I've been depressed pretty much my entire life. Like, I have always gone through these spurts. And I just... it's so difficult to talk about it. Mainly because I just don't want to. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to, judge me for it or whatever they're going to do. I don't want any of that. I don't want any part of it. I'm good. So I don't talk about it. I don't want to. So now that people, I just don't know. And a lot of people think that it's fake and, it's all in your head, but, that's the problem, is it is all in my head. You can't see it. You can't see it. Other people can't see it. they can see the after effects of it, of my room being a disaster, looking like a tornado blew through it. They can tell because I look kind of gross. I haven't washed my hair in 3 days, which I have to. I did today. I'm good. I'm not saying that's an accurate statement, but I mean that's what people see, and they just see it as you're being lazy. And yeah, I am being lazy, but I can't help it, and it's just so freaking frustrating. And it's so, like, another thing is I love doing things. I love going out. I love being around people. I also like keeping to myself and, like, you know, I don't know. One of the things because there's a lot of things that I've dropped because I went into a depressive episode, and then never came back to. One of them was yoga. I loved doing yoga. I would go to classes every Wednesday, I think. Classes every Wednesday. I do it at home. I got my own yoga mat. I loved doing it. It was so much fun to me. It was a way to relax and calm down and cool off and meditate. And I got depressed. I don't want to say one day, but I got depressed at some point and quit doing it because I didn't have any motivation. I wasn't interested in it, and never went back. I mean, I still do yoga every once in a while, but it's quick, fast, like, stretching type stuff that I don't sit down and meditate about it. And I don't know. Now every time I think about it, I have this negative connotation with it of, like, oh, I did yoga and then I got depressed. Just like food aversion. Like, some people can, you know, eat one thing 1.5 billion times and then eat it once, get sick from it, and then never touch it again. And that's what it feels like. And it's happened to a lot of things that I've done. And I just wish so much that I could just not have it. And I've taken medication for it. I was on medication in high school for it, and after high school a little bit, and I just never felt like it did anything. And it wasn't like, oh, I was on it for 2 days and didn't feel better, but I was on it for like a year and 2 years and didn't feel better. I didn't feel any different. I still went through depressive episodes, and I've tried 2 different types and different dosages, and nothing ever worked. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had more words to say, I guess. This has been like the easiest time I've ever been able to talk about it. I just wish that I didn't have it. That I was a normal person that didn't have chemicals messed up in their brain. That didn't hate taking showers whenever they're in depressive episodes. Because I freaking love showers. I do. I don't like baths that much, but I love showers. Like, I remember a couple times in my life where I just sat and took showers like twice a day because I liked doing it so much. I felt good afterwards. But I don't know. Like, depression doesn't have a weak spot, you know? Like, it can take the things that you love the absolute most in the whole entire world and then make you lose interest and quit. Yeah. I've loved talking about mental illnesses. I've always been a very big fan of psychology. I think it's super fascinating, just because there's no black and white to it. Like, it's never just one single thing. And I don't know, it's really interesting. And to know all this stuff about depression and how it works and all of that kind of stuff and still have it is kind of weird. I don't know. And I also know that since I'm in a depressive episode right now and haven't been able to get out of it yet, that I am just not going to beat myself up and I'm going to post this Saturday morning, my normal posting schedule, unedited. And I even think that unedited might even unedited might hit a little harder for some people. Because I know so many people that actually do struggle with depression and anxiety and, other mental illnesses. And so they know how hard it is to explain and say, oh, I have this symptom but not this symptom, and, I'm not the textbook bipolar disorder person, or I'm not the textbook, personality disorder, but I still have it. And so I know people have these issues and they struggle with it. And so there's an ambulance. So I know that people would relate. I'm just trying to be authentic here. I'm trying to be transparent, because that's one of the things that starting out, I wanted to be. I wanted to be fully transparent, fully, I didn't want to sit here and pretend that my life was so much better than it actually is, through YouTube. I wanted to sit here and be my actual self and tell everybody what I'm actually struggling with, because so many, vloggers, they paint this picture of their life but don't put everything in it. And so you only see this teeny tiny little bit. And if I'm already going to be putting a lot of my life out there, why not put all of it out there? I mean, granted, there's things that I'm going to keep private for privacy reasons, like where I live and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah. I just want to be real. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. I want to be transparent. I want to be myself. And myself struggles with depression. That's just it. This is already 17 minutes long, so I'm going to stop because everybody's probably already clicked off of it. But if you haven't, thanks for listening to me. I'm thankful that I finally got this out there. So, yeah. So, okay, I will be pushing myself really hard to go back to my posting schedule of Tuesdays and Saturdays. I have a video that I'm going to film this weekend, I think, with some of my friends. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet, but we have a couple ideas. So yeah. Thanks for being here and listening to me, even though I know you guys can't do anything about it. But I'm going to go and get some good sleep, and then I will see you guys Tuesday.